defense is up there with the best in the league. They're going to be right there with the shot to fight for it. I came away more impressed by Jacksonville more than I came away detracted from what Denver's done this season.
Similar praise that like at Lawrence. I mean, that defensive side of the football is playing awfully well as well. Turning over a number of times.
I want to echo the energy. I just think Liam Cohen, the whole thing with Robert Saleh early in the year, we kind of looked at that and was like, this is extra. Why are you doing this, Coach? This is who he is. He strikes me as a guy that has tons of passion. He's fighting for himself, and you're seeing the players resonate. You bring up the runs from Trevor Lawrence, right? He's going out there. They have a quarterback designed run on the red zone where they pull a guard, and it's read. I'm coming right down the hill. And this is a big boy. And you see Parker Washington catching quick outs and breaking 3 or 4 tackles and taking big plays down the field. This is a team that is fighting. And I think a lot of that comes down to the coach and the quarterback.
Think about this, too. I'm going to cut you off.
Please, go ahead.
But think about this, too. Right? Liam Cohen, we talked about the Robert Saleh thing. There's a lot of coaches I'd pick on. He ain't one of them, right? Because you know if you're going to stand in the middle of the field with him and y'all get to throwing hands, you're going to have to really throw.
All day so.
Right?
Well, that's why you do it when you got guys that can hold you back.
That's true.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Another thing is this. Sean Payton. Sean Payton's one of the legends of this league. Sean Payton is a Super Bowl champion. Sean Payton said something about him. He held on to that.
Oh, yeah,
and he held
on a small market team.
He held on to it and wait for that moment. I'm not going to talk about it before. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. And then when I do it, I'll tell you that I heard you. I love that from my coach.
And then you see the players resonating with it as well.
Yeah.
They're holding on.
They're playing into the small market.
They're holding on to receipts for sure. Their social media. That's what everybody does. But I'm telling you what, you guys went and screwed up because now see what we're doing? Everybody's here lavishing praise on you because you've earned it. You're not going to be able to collect slights from this desk tonight. Because I think there are a bunch of believers in who Jacksonville is.
Don't eat the rat paws.
Yeah, well, that's another thing.
Don't eat the rat paws.
Keep that in.
That's the
They are playing like a team that can play for a Super Bowl right now.
Yeah.
And the AFC is wide open, right?
I'm interested, fellas, in the other highlight that we showed, which was Baltimore and New England. And the season started with Baltimore looking like they couldn't be stopped on offense, and mostly they couldn't. But Henry had a big fumble, and it allowed Buffalo to open up the back door, and they won it. He lost his 3rd fumble last night of the season. That's a season high, and wasn't playing late. I get that it's Snoop Huntley out there, but I was just baffled by his absence. Can you make any sense of that?
Go ahead, because I know you. I already know.
So I've asked for Keelan to back up. I've asked for him. Keaton Mitchell, I'm sorry. For him to have more opportunities to be explosive. I did not ask for his ass in that point of the game when Derrick Henry has been bludgeoning these people on the ground, okay? And here's the thing, man. Like, we talked about this earlier. Baltimore in critical games have turned the ball over at an alarming rate and at such bad times. The drive that Derrick Henry fumbled on, he was actually dominating that drive. They were moving the football. And you take 3 points off the board there. The Zay Flowers fumble. You probably take 3 points off the board there. That's the game. So, again, it's been a lot with Lamar. It's similar to what we talk about with Detroit.
Exactly.
BK goes out early in the year, who's a difference maker. I heard the broadcast last night. No pass rush. He has all the time in the world. Drake Maye has the ability to hold the ball back there. All of these things matter. Again, when the window of opportunity is there, when we were sitting there at that 0 damn degrees, and they were playing the Houston Texans, and we talked about Baltimore has a bunch of home games, and they can go to the Super Bowl. It seemingly has missed that window. Lamar now, all of these little knick-knack injuries that you're dealing with, you just don't know. But you look at a team last night with Baltimore, like they've been looking for a large majority of the season, they just can't cross that barrier for some reason, and now you deal with injuries.
The Baltimore Ravens don't have an identity, at least not an identity you want. I'm going to tell y'all like this. When I used to get the schedule every season, I would always look, what's the primetime game, what's the bye, and who do I play after I play Baltimore.
Why?
Because they was going to get the softest Ryan Clark that they got all damn year.
Slobberknocker.
Because what you knew was you better prepare in a way to play the Baltimore Ravens that you're getting into a fist fight, that you're going to play against a team that will not quit, play against a team that will not beat themselves, and play against a team that's going to put face mask on face mask until the clock hits 0. They not that team no more. They're not a team that you get scared or that you're worried about in the most important moments. They're not a team that executes. And so many times we talk about teams that change as an organization because you have an organizational change. John Harbaugh is still there. It's still the same person. It's baffling what's happened to this team this year.
And New England, by the way, has got a guy. If you're in the AFC East and you didn't enjoy that blip on the radar when they weren't who they were for all those decades, it appears they've got...
It's over now.
Boy, that May can really, really do it. And for the Broncos, Duval! The Jags came in and hung it on him to the tune of 34 points. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdowns. He is cooking right now. That's 6 straight dubs for the Jags. Meanwhile, a significant result in Baltimore. The Ravens led by 11 in the 4th quarter. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion made it a 3-point deficit. And then Ramondre Stevenson takes it in. Big win for the Pats. They're into the playoffs. Baltimore is now in big, big trouble. New England and Denver matching 12-3 records. Unlike the NFC where we have 5 spots already secured, Denver and New England, the only 2 teams who have clinched their berths thus far. 3 more, however, would secure spots if the Colts lose tonight, those being the Jaguars, Chargers, and Bills. I mentioned Baltimore in peril as it relates to the playoffs. An injury in that game to Lamar Jackson. Adam Schefter rejoins us now. He was injured right before halftime, unavailable in the second half. Adam, a day later, what do we know?
We know that he's considered day-to-day, that it's a painful contusion to his back right now, Scott, and they're going to assess him throughout the course of the week to see if there's any way he's able to play against a Green Bay Packers team that has some quarterback issues of its own. But this was the latest in a long line of injuries and ailments for Lamar Jackson all year long. He has missed at least 1 practice in each of the past 6 weeks. And assuming he misses at least 1 day of practice this week, that would make it 7 straight weeks of missing at least 1 practice. There have been toe issues, ankle issues, knee issues, flu, and now there's a back issue that he's going to have to try to fight through to play Saturday night against the Green Bay Packers. Not going to be easy, but this entire season has been frustrating, disappointing, and uncomfortable for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Adam, thank you very much. Yeah, yet another double-digit lead gets away from them. Add them to the list with the Lions and the Chiefs, those teams that we think will be there and perhaps might not be. I want to go back to that Jacksonville team that we saw at the very beginning. Swag, this team's won 6 in a row, and it started with a victory over the Chargers, who, by the way, have won 7 of 8. Their only loss, they got boat raced in Jacksonville. They go to Denver, a team that's won 11 in a row, and they beat them like that. What's it say their ceiling is to you?
Super Bowl. Because their quarterback is playing as well as anybody in the NFL at the most important position.
Yeah,
and it feels like Trevor Lawrence has been freed up by Liam Cohen. He understands where to go with the football, but I was more impressed with his legs in this game. Not only buying time, but this throw right here, Scott, these are playoff throws right here now. These are the type of plays you got to make to win some of these games late in the 4th quarter. You see him using his legs. You see him placing the football. But more importantly, throughout this game, you see him ball distribution. A lot of people are involved in this offense.